The schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by their school boards. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the school that are members of the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this football playoff game, is a voluntary, nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be the most desirable of the high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond with those recommended by the National Federation.
Coming to you live from Paul H. Muse Field at David Carpenter Stadium, it is time for some playoff football. I'm Brennan Cupp, alongside me, Derek Rocket, the legendary Wayne Pumphrey, and Kyle Sellers. I'll start with you, Derek. What are you expecting tonight?
I'm expecting us to come down here and take care of business. We're at home. First round of the playoffs, guys. It's no more talking. It's win or go home.
Right. It's time to play football.
It's playoff time in the border town.
I'd like to take just a second to go ahead and congratulate Daniel Wood and Henley Wood on their baby that was born a couple days ago. So he won't be with us tonight, but congratulations to the Wood family. Wayne, it's good to have you back, brother.
Hey, I tell you what, I enjoy being here. The weather is just right. I mean, 93rd football game in Junction City history, and you got to be excited.
Absolutely.
The last 2 weeks they've looked better on offense. You still got some questions about defense, but this team is talented enough to make a run, and tonight they need to put some things in order to do it, and hopefully they will.
Talent-wise, this team, if you look out there and tell me at this time of the year they're sitting at 7-3, I tell you you're crazy. So guess what? Talent only wins you so much. It's time to play some football.
Yeah, this is suitcase game. You win, you move on. You lose, you go home.
Yeah, put up or shut up.
Yep, you're right, and everybody hears La Crosse County, the Big Bill kid. He's got offers from just about everywhere in the country. Number one player in Arkansas for the 2026 class. We've got the honor to see him play right here in Junction City tonight. So if that doesn't draw enough viewers and people to come watch this game, I don't know what will, other than it's playoff football. One thing I'd like to take a second, prayers for Jordan Banks. I don't think he will be playing tonight. Hope he gets healthy soon, but been a big part of this Dragon success this year. That kid works harder than just about any kid I know. He's worked for everything he's got. So hope you get to feeling better soon, Jordan. We're going to take a couple of minutes out, and we'll be back with the kickoff in the opening round of the playoffs. Coming to you live from Paul H. Muse Field at David Carpenter Stadium. I'm Brennan Cupp. Alongside me, Derek Rocket, Kyle Sellers, and legendary Wayne Pumphrey.
Yeah.
Cross County will receive the first half kickoff. Let's set the tone early, Wayne.
Definitely. Brendan, we talked about it. We went down and visited with coaches on both sides. And one thing Junction, we believe they got to do is Cross County's going to pound it at them. They got the size. They're going to come at them. You got to have some strong defensive stops early, and it wouldn't hurt to force a turnover or two.
Absolutely. Turnovers are going to be a big part of this game. We will not have the scoreboard tonight. We won't have it the rest of the playoffs. I don't think we got all that handled. So we'll do our best to announce the score and time, and we'll kick it over there with the camera here and there. Cole Henry set to tee this thing off. We got a couple guys sitting back there at about the 15, 10-yard line. I'll be surprised if Junction kicks it that deep. Junction's done a better job these last couple weeks of kind of sky kicking it and letting your corner guys lay a lick.
All right, you got speed, use it.
Kick it fairly deep. Going to be fielded just shy of the 25.
Good job of Baker there, staying in his lane and doing his job.
Say that a lot with Dalton Baker.
Oh, yeah,
Derek.
100%.
The phenomenal junior, Dalton Baker. Like we said, Jordan Banks will not be with us tonight. I'm expecting a big game from Jamarian Tolles, kind of stepping up on that edge.
I mean, Tolles is a kid we've been high on. He had an injury that kept him out all of last year, and we've been excited for his comeback this year. And it's plug and play on that defensive line. We've had depth, and that's something we haven't had in years past. And they've exploded. Baker and not Baker, but Tolles. And then you got Hodges that's came in and made some big plays. I mean, you got a bunch of guys that stepped up big on this defensive front.
Right, we're going to see how this goes right here. Going to bring it in tight, run that little triple option play. It's going to have to.
Fullback dive.
That was Pinister there, got him pretty quick.
And Brennan Junction's jumping into a 5-2 right off bat. Glad to see that.
Absolutely, kind of
called
that
Coach
early.
Jones is fired up, ready to go.
You kind of harped on that defensive line. You had 3 in the top 10 in sacks with Baker at 9, Banks and Tolles at 8. I mean, that's impressive, man.
I mean, the speed we have coming off the front is just, it's impressive.
Right, here we go. Going to try to pitch it out to that side. He's got
Baker's holding on for dear life there and stopping short
down.
of the first down.
They're going to get that push all night. Like you said, the Beal kid, he's impressive. He's going to sport number 4, I believe. He's impressive. He's got offers from just about everywhere. It's going to be a first down, Cross County. And that's what their offense is going to be. They're going to be fine, Wayne, with taking that 3 or 4 yards as they get it.
Yeah, and that's what they want, and that's what we was talking about just a while ago. You want to stop them. They want to control the clock. They want to control the ball. They want to get that lead and force you to kind of get in a panic.
Thought I saw a jump on that
front line. Yeah, I thought I did too. But, Wayne, you know as well as I do, it starts in the trenches.
Yep.
No matter what style offense you run, if you can't control the line of scrimmage, you're in for a long night.
Right. And that's going to be the test early on for Junction. They're going to have to force them to give up the ball some and get the lead themselves. You want to try to get them out of their comfort zone. If you don't, you're in for a hard night.
100%.
And a quick night too. Derek.
And you're in for long, grueling drives.
Yep.
And you got a lot of kids that play both ways, and stamina is going to become an issue late in this game.
Yep.
It's going to be right up the gut. They're going to try to get it hit pretty quick. That's Jamarian Tolles. Pretty close to that first down yardage that he needed, though, on the Dragon side of the field. Looks like at about the 40, about the 44.
Oh, yeah. It's
going to be enough for a first down.
Very favorable spot. And Kyle mentioned Talon. Talon has stepped up big in the last few weeks playing defense. We hadn't seen him on defense much this year.
Was it Lafayette County? Talon had a really big play out there on that left side.
Really big play, and it kind of sparked them.
Mm-hmm.
And we were waiting on that spark.
We're lined up all sides.
Yep.
It was Tolles. And they didn't get it, but we were definitely lined up all sides. Ball spotted. Dragon side of the field. It's 10:31 left here in the first quarter. Cross County's first drive. Trying to get the clock
he's
situated.
Trying to get them to change the clock to 10:21.
Yep. Like you said, Derek and Wayne, Cross County, this is Cross County football. You control the clock, you control the game.
That's it. It's nothing fancy. I mean, you don't have to have no big explanation. That's what they want to do. They want to pound Junction as much as they can.
You got to get negative plays on first down. And he's going to get around that outside, and he's got some room. That was a good tackle. Number 5, that's Dismuke, sport number 5 tonight. Usually see DeJuan Wesley in 5. I think he is 21 tonight. See a couple number changes. That is definitely Dismuke. Nolan Dismuke over there at number 5.
Yeah, I don't see a 23 on the sideline.
A 5-yard pickup there on first. Dismuke saved. That would have been at least another 10.
That's what I was fixing to say. He saved at least another 10, 15 yards.
You need a negative play here on second down. Try to kind of a busted play, and Dragons are all over it.
That's what you need right there.
I was waiting on them. I want to see what Cross County's going to do in a passing down situation.
Derek, good point, because if you go back and look, Alabama back in the 70s would pound the ball with the wishbone, and the next thing you know, they're completing a 35, 40-yard pass. You got to watch. Of course, on this down here, they're definitely, if they don't throw here, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, well, I mean, they lull you to sleep.
They lull you to sleep,
yeah.
And you got to be careful. You got to be on your game.
If I'm Junction, I'm expecting a 3 or 4 yard carry here. You're in 4-down territory, I would think, the way they're going to try to play it. Ball's on the ground. Dragons got there. That's Talon. What a play by Owens.
And I just mentioned that he's been big.
The senior. You got to give credit to a kid like Owens. You come in, you were expected to be the starting quarterback of this team. It didn't pan out the way everybody wanted it to, everybody expected it to. So guess what? This kid didn't pout. He went over there and did his job.
No, and he's one of he probably has the best hands on the team. He's a possession receiver. You need a big play from a receiver, and you get it. And he's been playing great on defense.
Looks like DeKyle and Hampton back deep for Junction. Gets off a pretty good punt, kind of a line drive. Hampton gets it. Good coverage.
Good coverage.
Very good coverage.
About at the 20, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're going to see this Dragon offense. I'm expecting, I'll be honest with you, you got a healthy Grimes.
And they're fired up.
I'm expecting Nolan Dismuke to explode tonight. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. His speed is going to play a factor in this
It's
ball
unmatched.
game. DeKyle and Hampton took over the quarterback duties a couple weeks ago. He's looked good. He's looked really good. The junior. Another kid, man. He's a highly touted receiver. He's switched positions for the better of the team, and I mean, he's credit for, man. I mean, that's impressive.
He's fit for it. He's 6'1". He's 190. He's a great build to play quarterback, and he's a hard runner. He runs up and down.
This is what Coach Ball kind of talked to us before the game. We're going to run a lot of this. That's Hampton kind of tucks it, tries to get him behind that big line. Not much there, maybe a yard. This is where Coach Ball said early.
With the direct snap.
Early in the year, he told us, he said, this is the game you want to play in the trenches. Well, it's time to show it. Call it a 2-yard gain. We'll try to get Big Bill off that far side. Finisher's going to go out. Hampton looking for a lane. He's got that outside, not much there. About 3.
3 yards.
Here comes Dismute. You're going to try to see some of those counters. D-Wood was very high on them. Only gave him about 2 on that one. I thought he got about 3 or 4. Got him out of bounds, so it's going to be about a 3rd and 6.
Wayne, when you got a guy like Bill who is special on the line of scrimmage, what do you do to offset that?
You go away from him, or you run counter plays to throw him off a little bit. You got to take him out of the game, and you got to ignore him.
Here goes Dismute.
What you need, a great tackle there, though. But you need to get to that outside a couple times, force them to spread out a little. Look how they're lining up on defense. They're in tight.
Yeah.
And so you counter to get them
try to
out
run
of
east
that.
to west a little bit and get them running off balance.
Yeah.
Impressive.
And the Dragons are going
It's 4th and 7, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going.
I don't blame them. They're going to take it. We're going to step away for 30 seconds with them. Junction City's going to get set to punt the ball. Need a good snap here. 14 is going to go back deep for Ross County.
I mean, you're just waiting. You just really want a good snap here.
Here we go. We're getting set for the snap.
Looks like they're going to bring the house, and they do.
They got a guy back there. They're going to run into
They
Cole.
ran
That's a
into him.
flag.
That's going to be good for Junction.
He took a pretty good lick
Yeah.
right there.
And it was worth it.
Understandable the kid was going for the ball, but it's a break for Junction City.
It's impressive for Cole to still get the punt off.
Absolutely, Derek, because I thought for a second they had him.
Yeah, they were back there. I mean, they were stacked in the box. It looked like they were going to bring the house, and they sure enough did.
I mean, there wasn't much that could be over there, I wouldn't
Yeah,
think.
there's a flag on the far
side. That's what they're discussing, though.
You wouldn't think one would offset the roughing the kicker.
Just hang tight. We'll find out.
It was a little bit like a chess match here because you got 6:51 to go first quarter, and you want Junction to get it moving here. We need to get the lead.
Strike first.
And make them start, getting them out of their comfort zone because they are not going to come out of that offense they're in.
Fixing to mark it off.
Holding against the Thunderbirds, decline. Personal foul, roughing the kicker.
That'll give you the first thing.
That'll be our first.
We'll take it how we can get it, Wayne.
Absolutely.
It's going to be all the way down
when
to
you're
the
a
40.
run-heavy team, we see it a lot. When you're a run-heavy team and you got to play catch-up, you're going to have to drop back and throw the ball eventually.
Yep.
And if anybody else has got some other playoff scores, D Wood or whoever, just text them to us and we'll announce those as we go. I like to kind of keep up with that myself. It's a first down, Junction City, the 40-yard line on their own side of the field.
Check their defense. They're all in tight.
Spread them out. See what we can do here. He's got the snap. That's Grimes. There he
That's
goes.
gone. That's house.
We told
That's
you that
house.
kid right there is special.
Buddy Junction called for room service, and he delivered.
I don't care how you use Grimes.
Free three.
You put the ball in Three's hands, he
And
is
special
a
things
monster.
happen.
You have them all in tight. If you can bust through that first wall
And it's
or
a
that
wrap.
first line
It's a-
and
there's-
get a little crease,
He's got it.
There's
There
no
it is.
second line of defense.
That's it.
When you stack the box like that, there's nothing you can do when he gets past the linebackers, and there ain't a player on the field that's going to catch it. I've never been so happy to see Cole Henry on the field.
Yes, sir. That's what we needed. Wayne just said it. I mean, you got to strike early in games like
Yeah,
this.
you have to. You
I
have
mean,
to
there's no
assert
other way
yourself.
around it. Get a good snap off here, get some coverage. George Williams is here. My goodness, we should have known. 7-0 Junction City. We'll be back in 30.